What is up, everyone? I'm Joe. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be doing a little honing today. We have a Wester Brothers Yankee shaver number 1, and we're going to start with a Shapton 1K, and then we're going to go to 5K, and then we're going to go to a Coticle. I'm going to go to a convex Coticle, and I might do a little bit of finishing, some finishing laps on a flat Coticle. So let's just get this started here. I have this is an Atoma 600 I like to use on my synthetics. I have a 400 too, but I don't use that one as much. I usually save that for some other things if I have some issues with a stone or something. But just for quick slurry, I'll use the Atoma 600. Slide this back a little bit. That's good. So I don't know if you guys saw the skiing videos, but we had a really great week of skiing. Surprisingly, there were trees open. It's the video I posted yesterday. Trees aren't usually in that kind of shape for usually another month. That usually doesn't go until about January. But they're open, and of course I'm going to attack them. Couldn't wait for that. Plenty more skiing to do this year, though, too. We're getting ready for a trip to Crested Butte, Colorado. So my skiing is going to get much more intense. As the season goes on, I'll be pushing myself harder and harder. When Okemo opens up fully, that was the video I posted on the first day. My daughter and I went to Okemo. But when Okemo opens up fully, they have got some crazy tree runs. And that's what we'll be spending most of our time. This Yankee shaver, this Wester Brothers Yankee shaver, this was an eBay find. Scored this one pretty cheap. It was in very good shape. I didn't have to do anything to this blade except polish it. And now we're going to put an edge on it. I'm trying to get through everyone's videos. I've been kind of behind because I've been on vacation and spending time with the family. I'm starting to catch up on everyone's videos. I watched Adam yield straight n-Strop. Excellent video on this full restoration he was doing, and he was pulling the original. He was pulling the scales, but he was saving the original collars, which I thought was awesome to watch. That is it's one thing that I have struggled with, is pulling the original collars. I have been able to do it a few times, but it is something I struggle with. Keeping the original scales and hardware that's some next level restoration there. I did have a tool that I was using for a while to do that. It was a very small, thin screwdriver. I was able to get up underneath some of those collars and snip the pins and save the scales, but I haven't done that. Haven't done that in a while. Mostly what I've been doing is just some deep cleaning and then polishing. And then honing. It's basically what I did with this one. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, it didn't take long at all. Very nice. You know what? Let me grab my loupe. I forgot to pull my loupe out and check a look at the edge. All right, let's see how we're looking here. That looks good. Heel to toe, looking good. Do a little bit more work on that toe, I think. Very nice. Just about done here. think we're good. I think we're going to move to a 5K. Take this sweatshirt off. It's getting a little warm down here. Let's go to 5K. Bring up a little slurry. Get going through here. Just watched Sean's video too. That video he did talking about coticles. Really, really good information. I had never seen the article that he had mentioned, and that was a very insightful article. You know, coticles, they're, I think, you know, kind of like what Sean was talking about. They're kind of a misunderstood stone, and there's a lot of opinions out there, and I think people might get a little confused. I have always had great edges off of a coticle. I've never thought of it as anything other than a finishing stone, but I've seen a lot of videos of guys, Sean, Eric. You know, Eric's done a lot of videos where he's done just one stone and used the coticle all the way from bevel set all the way to finish, and he's gotten an incredible edge. I think they are very misunderstood. And you know, the only way to really understand them is to get yourself one and start working with it, and then you can see exactly what it does, because they're all a little different. You know, I have a couple different coticles, and they are a little bit different. You have to do certain things with one that you might not have to do with another. It's just a very versatile stone, I guess I could say, in my opinion. You know, I have other stones. I have a Laloon. I would never try and do a bevel set with a Laloon. It is, for me, that is just a finishing stone. I have the Vermont Green, French Black Shadow, and all of those are just, for me, a finishing stone or maybe a midway stone. But a coticle, super versatile. You can pretty much one stone and get it done. So that was a very good video, Sean. A really good article too. Hopefully you can get more people thinking about coticles, because I got to tell you, I was a little skeptical at first, but I am absolutely a fan now. And you know, I think guys like Eric and Sean have kind of taken a lot of that mystery out of the coticles by showing how versatile they are. And I, for one, could tell you I appreciate all the work that they've put in and all the researching that they've put in and brought to us. Let's see how we're doing here. Just popping hairs. We'll go a little bit longer on this, and then we'll move over to a coticle. Do some convex coticle. And I'm not using very much pressure here at all, just a little bit, but not much at all. Do some X strokes here before we get off the stone. Tried doing a video, one of the ski videos I did. Tried doing it with some music, and I got a little copyright notice from YouTube. And I guess from what I was looking into, it doesn't mean that there was an infringement. It just kind of means it's something that YouTube kind of picked up on and was just kind of letting you know. But I did take that video down and I reposted it without the music. But I guess, excuse me, you can put some kind of a disclaimer in there letting you know that it's copywritten music and it belongs to, it's almost like a citation. And that should cover you, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick to whatever music is available through YouTube. It might just be easier than having to mess around with anything. All right, I think that's good there. Alrighty, on to a convex coticle. Don't know if this is going to fit in the holder. We'll see. Let me rinse it off first. We'll see. I did order a new sink bridge. I was talking about that in one of my videos. That should span the full distance, but it's going to be a while before that gets here. No, this is fine. It's not going to lock down, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. This is the convex coticle that I got from from Jared. I'm just kind of looking at this. See, I had everything marked. So we're going to build up a slurry here. Not a heavy slurry. I'm not bevel setting. We're going to do a medium slurry, and then we're just going to kind of dilute that as we go. There you go. I think that's good. I think that'll work. See that slurry starting to change color there. Drop a little bit more water on here. It's definitely nice to kind of slow down a little bit here after this week. From 3 days of non-stop adrenaline to just kind of slowing down and doing some honing. Heat's kicking on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Heat's kicking on. It's a cold one today. Not as bad as the first day I was skiing, man. It was 2 degrees at the base. Absolutely frigid. But it never fails once you get skiing. Once we start hammering, we'll start to sweat and we end up coming in the lodge and peeling off layers. All right, we're going to rinse this off and just do water. All right. I think that'll do it for this one. I'm going to finish up on a flat coticle. Do some finishing laps. Flat coticle. Super, super, super light slurry. Then we'll just go right to water. Super, super light. I was saying before I had about the coticles, I was skeptical at first, and now I find myself with 4 different ones. But the more you understand them, the more you realize how versatile and important they are. This is just a little glycerin and water. Let's see what do we got here? Oh yeah. I'm gonna say we're good. I'm gonna say that's good. All right, guys. Wester Brothers Yankee Shaver number 1. We did Shapton 1K, 5K, and then we did 2 different conical stones. We did a convex, and then we did some finishing laps on a flat. That'll do it. I'm gonna go give this a strop and a shave and see how we did. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.